Hi, I'm Chetna Makan. I have got a very sweet tooth. I would easily skip my meal and just go straight to desserts, and I absolutely love a plain classic vanilla sponge. Being on Great British Bake Off, it introduced me to a lot of different kinds of cakes, but still this remains my absolute favorite. When the kids are planning a cake for me, whether it's my birthday or Mother's Day, they go for this cake because they know they are going to hit the spot with this one. So this is a really simple vanilla sponge, but of course we are going to take it to the next level, make it that extra special, and for that I am going to flavor it with some lemon and also sandwich it with a beautiful passion fruit curd. All of us in the house love this cake, and the best thing is that the kids can make it, especially my daughter who's really into baking. If you know you're going to be baking, then I would suggest get your ingredients out of the fridge in advance, and if you think your butter is not soft enough, then just whisk it on its own so that it's nice and creamy. The reason this is such a simple cake is you put everything in a bowl and just whisk. So in goes our golden caster sugar. You can use normal caster sugar if that's what you have at home. Next goes in the self-raising flour. So I've got it measured here. And then the eggs. And if you want the full recipe, the link can be found below. Just some baking powder, some vanilla, and a little bit of milk. This will just make the cake a bit lighter and fluffy, and some lemon zest for that lovely flavor to the sponge. So we just need a bit of the zest, which adds a really intense flavor, and all that's left to do is whisk it. But make sure that you do it for 2 minutes, because that's really important to get a nice fluffy cake. So you will see that the batter actually starts in one color, and if you're going to whisk it for 2 minutes, the color and the texture will change, and you will know that the batter is ready. There's a big change in the texture of the batter. It's fluffier, it's paler, and that is the key. When it comes to the cake tin, I am using 2 8-inch round cake tins. You can make a nice big cake, you can use square cake tins, or use a heart-shaped one. And then try and divide it equally in the 2 tins. Now some people like to weigh the batter equally into both the tins, but the unevenness of it makes it rustic and homely. And then all you've got to do is just spread it. I've got the oven on at 180C or 160 fan, and these will go in for around 25 to 30 minutes until we get a skewer nice and clean. And you can see that the skewer is completely clean, which means the cakes are done. Now this is the time I'll just leave them alone and do a bit of cooking, or because they really need to cool down before we add any cream on top of it. And you can make this a day or 2 in advance. Just make sure once they cool down, pack it up in a box so they don't dry out. Now the exciting bit, the assembling the cake. So I've got some double cream. I just prefer fresh cream filling every single time. If I could choose, that's what I would go for. Some golden caster sugar, and then whisk. And that's it. Lovely spreadable consistency. Just get your cake stand. Just wondering whether to add the curd first or the cream. I think I'm going to go for the curd first. It's passion fruit curd, and I absolutely love the sour kick from the passion fruit. Oh, pass me the spoon. Oh, just look at that. And then a little bit, why not, a little bit more. Just trying to spread it evenly if that's possible. And now I'm going to take half of the cream that we've made, just half of it, and then just very gently spread this cream on top of the curd. Oh, this is looking so divine. Just the basic flavors with a little bit of oomph. Don't worry if you mix it all up and if the curd's in the cream. I love when it starts to drip on the sides. Oh, just look at that. So stunning. And that's it. And we will have to layer it with the second cake and then just gently place it on top and then finish with the rest of the cream. So this is fresh cream, so I would advise that eat it fresh on the day, which is why you can make the cakes in advance but assemble it when you're ready to eat. It's best to enjoy this at room temperature because the sponges are light and soft. And I am going to finish it with some fresh passion fruit. Oh, it smells so good. Would that count as 5 a day? That is looking fantastic, and I am going to taste this with my daughter Sia. Sia? That's actually a perfect slice.
It's massive.
Of course it's massive. That is lovely. The subtle passion fruit curd and the fresh one on top. So beautiful.